Hey guys, ILene Vick here for Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. It is Monday, June 14th at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and I am delightfully live. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to all my Facebook peeps who pop into the room to chat. Glad to see you. So glad to see everybody. And welcome to all my lurkers who pop in but just don't say anything in the room. That's okay too. We're so glad you're here. Hope you learned something. Hope you feel companionship. Companionship and camaraderie. And also, welcome to my YouTube viewers who watch this when I upload it to YouTube after the broadcast is done. So glad to see you guys. And don't forget, of course, that when I'm done live on Facebook, it goes to video on Facebook as well. So there are lots of ways for you to watch. Alrighty. Good to see everybody. Hello, Amy. Oh, Amy, I'm so glad. Zoom in. Zoom out. Zoom out. All right. Glad to see everybody. We have some winners on the Kachina contest. I just want to make sure everybody can hear me all right. Alrighty. Amy, can you hear me all right without any problem? I'm just checking the connection. Good to see everybody. Lots to talk about tonight. Alrighty, let me get my things together. Alrighty, I am going to be working on Rick St. Dennis, Rhinestones, Furs, and Feathers. Hi, Karen. Karen, I haven't seen you for ages. Hello, hello, hello. Do me a favor, guys, when you drop in the room and let me know that you can hear me. So glad to see you, Karen. Alrighty. So if you guys will text something when you walk in the room, that would be great. And let me know that you can hear me without any problem. Pearl, welcome. Okay, Pearl, good. Alrighty. Let me get situated here. Oh, Karen, that's good. You always watch. However, I don't always check in. I'm always learning. Okay. Julie, welcome. Welcome, welcome. All right, let me announce the winners. Hi, Mary. So, Dawn's Kachina contest. Unfortunately, we didn't get very many entries this time. But Karen Pearson entered and Melissa entered, Melissa Biggs. So Dawn is declaring them as both winners. So Karen Pearson and Melissa Biggs have won. So you guys need to contact Dawn. She will be sending you books, and she just needs to verify with you what books of hers you do and don't have. Okie dokie. We are good to go. Alrighty guys, let's get coloring. So I hope you guys have been enjoying my current piece. This is, like I said, the Rhinestone Furs and Feathers by Rick St. Denis. Fun book. And I've been working on actually what is the front cover. Now, Rick doesn't have any colored samples, but no worries on that. Okay. So last night I worked on the feathers, the hair, the skin, and the gems. Zoom in. Hi Maddie, and I will be doing a quickie coloring tutorial on how to do gems. The sheen is absolutely wonderful. You can see that. There you go. And that sheen is also on the earrings, just in case you didn't see that as well. All right. Paper towel to protect my hand. And let me get going here. Maddie, good to see you. You're still not seeing posts and you have to go back to your phone. I don't know why that is on your computer. All right, I'm going to work on the glove. Good to see everybody tonight. It's always a pleasure. Hello, Rhonda. Alrighty. Okie dokie smoky. Now, as you remember, I drew in a cutoff point to the sleeve. Oh, cool, Maddie. You told your nurse about us today? She likes to color? Good. Have her join the group. Oh, and you got your shingle shot. Yeah, Mary, I've had that happen once in a while with comments that you have to keep refreshing. I don't know why. Go to Google and literally ask, why do I have to keep refreshing text in live Facebook broadcasts? Okay. So we're working a very, very light color. On the glove. Now, I could have gone with the traditional white or black. But I don't want to do that. This is a beautiful, colorful piece. So I'm going to go ahead and coordinate these. Rhonda, are you viewing on your television yet? Okay, remember guys, light color, and I'm going to be doing some more gems tonight. So if you missed it last night, you get to see it again tonight. Okay, so what I'm doing here is I am zoom in, I'm using the same pencil that I started with here, and I'm going to go ahead and darken this a little bit. So same color. I haven't switched pencils yet. Okay, Rhonda. Now, I'm going to follow along the lines here for shadow. Pearl, what kind of, are you watching on your iPhone? Okay, now notice I'm taking the green here. And I'm going a little bit on the outside of this green. I'm sorry, outside of this line. All right. iPad for me, but want to on TV. Okay. Pearl, you need an HDMI cable. And you need an adapter to plug it into your iPad. Now, does the connection port on your iPad have a teeny tiny port? Rhonda, do me a favor and send Pearl the information I sent you. So you need the adapter to plug into that port. The HDMI cable plugs into the adapter on your iPad, and then it plugs into the back of your TV set. Okay. All right, everybody see now how I'm picking up this green? Summertime, summertime. And I'm going to go ahead and blend this with my blender pencil because I want this to be as smooth as possible. Rebecca Jones is in the room. All right. Hi, Rebecca. Zoom out. Okay, now, I don't want to introduce too many greens to this glove. Oh, Pearl, you've got Rick's 2 other books. 2 other books? Okay. That's right, Rebecca. The blender pencil will make it really reflective like satin. Okay, now, using the same pencil, like I said, I really don't want to introduce any more shades of green to this. So I'm just going with the same green. And Rhonda, you sent that information to me. Now, notice how I'm shading to darken this glove around the outside. And remember, you want to run your pencil over the line around the outside, right? People don't walk around with black lines surrounding them. Rhonda, you don't have to be Facebook friends. Just go into Messenger, do a search on her name, send her the information. All right, so don't forget around your outside here. And see how beautiful that looks, guys. Anybody have any questions about that method? All right. So I'm blending this in, darker on the outside, and then slowly working my way in, which is making the center point lighter and lighter. Now, sparingly, I'm going to pop in a little bit of white, zoom in, zoom in, zoom in, and I'm going to add a little white here. And along the tops of the glove. And remember, when you do that, it makes little islands. The white comes up and creates that high point for you. Zoom out. Zoom out. Look how beautiful that glove looks, guys. Okay. Summertime, summertime. So now we're going to go a little bit different on the ring, and I'm going to show you how to do another gem. Zoom in, zoom in, zoom in. If I'm too close, let me know. Let me turn the orientation this way. And it would help if I stay in the camera range, of course. So I'm going to be working with some golds and brown, yellows and golds. Topaz. So I've got my light yellow here. And my gold here. And then I'm going to go with my dark gray. That's right, Maddie. She's got the whole range. And we're going to put some black in this corner. And that definitely is not black enough. Hold on. Rolling, rolling. Let's see. And then we can come back with a little yellow and a little bit of our gold. Pearl, you'll need an HDMI cable as well. Get a long one. Zoom out. All right. And then I'm going to show you, I'll show you my goop right now. You can do that now. Zoom out. This is my Gallery Glass by Plaid. The updated bottle, this is like 3 years old. This is the newer one that I just ordered. Zoom out. Zoom out. Old bottle, newer bottle. And notice it says window color crystal clear. And notice the number is the same, 16081, 16081. All right. I really didn't want to throw this away, So I'm going to put a goop of that on my page. Get my trusty toothpicks out. Zoom in. Zoom in. And now I don't know if the new stuff is this goopy. It's pretty thick. Now you can add, hi Melba, you can add water to this to thin it out, like if you're doing a larger glass area, but I don't want to do that. Melba, Deco Art needs to send me the equivalent to this stuff so I can show it. Zoom in. There you go, and you can see how it's already reflecting the light. Isn't that beautiful? Zoom out. Zoom out. All right. So I'm going to leave my goop off to the side because I'll be using more of it, I'm sure. Anybody have any questions about that? I wanted to show you guys tonight. Gemstones, guys, are not hard. Anybody have any questions about how to do these little puppies? And actually, when I do my quickie tutorial, I'm going to show you how to do this without having to use the goop. All right. Zoom in. So let's work on her necklace some more. Zoom in. And if that's too close, somebody needs to let me know. Okay, so we'll do our light yellow. Now Rick's style is a little bit loose. We've got two little baubles here, but nothing on this side. No worries. And again, if anybody has questions, speak up. That's what this group's all about, guys. Welcome to everybody that's watching. Now, I've got a smaller area that I'm working on here. So I'm just going to put a little smudge of my brown, gold. We don't have the same working area that I had on these larger pieces. but that's okay. And then I'm going to sing because I'm in a good mood. And then I'm going to put my little bit of black, dark gray in the upper left-hand corner. Whatever corner works for you is fine. Just be sure that you have your 2 shades of your gray. I'm sorry, your 2 shades of your beige color and your gold. And just for the pattern, I'm going to go ahead and fill in these yellow as well. Okay. So let me get my black in there. And that black on top of the yellow and the gold is what gives you that depth and dimension as a gem. Plus the fact you've got these little lines in here. Now my smaller spots don't have that, no biggie. And then I'm going to go ahead and apply my shine. Now, if your goop gets a little too thick because it's been sitting out in the open, take a little bit of water and mix it in. In this case, I want the consistency of honey. And notice too how I swirl this around a little bit, and then as I'm pulling the toothpick up, I twist it. Okay, Kathy. Okay, Pearl, I'll put those items on the list. I believe the adapter is. I don't think the HDMI cable is. I'll touch base with you after the broadcast. Well, thank you, Pearl, for being willing to do that. Like I said, I'm pretty sure the adapter's there, but not the HDMI cable. Okay, everybody see now how that's glistening. Isn't that beautiful? All right, let's get that little centerpiece here. And like I said, it is a little tedious, but you know, it really is worth it on this. Pearl, let's do this. I'm pretty certain that that plug is on the list. So go ahead and order it from there, but order your own HDMI cable because I don't know what length you want. Zoom out. Rhonda, I don't, but I will put the Brute Ferner, I'll put those on as well. Let me make a note. Oh, you have cable. Rhonda, I'll send you the link to that Brute Funner. Zoom out. All right, everybody see how drop dead gorgeous this looks now. Absolutely gorgeous. Zoom in. Zoom in. Okay. So at the top of this butterfly thingy, I'm just going to go ahead and make that a dark dot after that dries. And for now, I'm just going to color this in, but not to worry because I'm going to be doing something else with it. But wait, there's more, right? Yeah, Pearl, I'll tell you by the time I'm done. This lady's going to light up the dark. Pretty cool. All right, we're going to let that dry. Oh, you know, you're right, Pearl. Those rocks must be heavy. I mean, look at what she's got on her wrist. Good grief. Zoom out. All right. Zoom out. Let's take a look at our little girl and see where we are so far. Summertime, summertime. Now, again, guys, remember, don't ever, ever, ever judge your piece in a stage like this. This is where people look at their stuff and say, I'm so frustrated, it doesn't look good, I don't like it, da-da-da-da. This is not the time to make that kind of judgment, guys. It really isn't. Somebody tell me why. Why is now not the time to judge this? Summertime and the living is easy. What do I always tell you guys? Earlobes must be stretched onto her chest. Yeah, and the way her chest is, she'd be able to hold them up, wouldn't she? Bad girl, bad girl. Right. Because there's more, right? You can't, listen to me, you can't judge your entire piece when you haven't seen how everything around it's going to look, right? I don't know why I'm stuck on that song, guys. Summertime and the living is easy. You guys know me. Every once in a while I get going on a tear. Because I'm wonky. Can you imagine how beautiful this piece is going to look when it's done? Zoom in. Zoom in. Okay, so let's go ahead and work on this large piece. So this will be a good example for anybody that didn't see it the other day. Here's my light bluish green. So I've got my light color. Now, normally I would have gone a little darker with that color to be my medium. But I decided to use a separate pencil. What's wonky about your Bennett Klein, Julie? And then I'm going to go with my darkest color. Now, this is where you need to make a decision because the shading is really down here in this corner. but with everything else it's been up in the upper left. So I'm going to go ahead and keep it that way. So I'm using 2 shades of the bluish green, and then, watch this, my dark gray to black in the one corner. And if you need to extend your blue down a little more, which I do, that's fine as well. You haven't got much done. There's so much ink. My pencil is just smudged. I need to do one straight out of his book. Oh, that may be a printing problem. But Julie says it'll be okay once you put your mind to it. Okay. Anybody have any questions about how to do these jewels that wasn't here yesterday? Gems, gems, gems. Okay. So my light turquoise blue, I'm going to go ahead and do all my gems for you. The same color. Oh, 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 not that one. It's a heart. Hold on. Made a boo-boo. But I don't make boo-boos, right? I make errors and use them as teaching points. Okay, so we'll leave that. I make mistakes on purpose, remember? That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Julie says that she's got to pull up the Klein video. Yeah. Do that. Okay, so here's my light blue, here's my, or turquoise, here's my medium. And you don't have to be super precise, and shouldn't. You want your light turquoise to show through. So you really want a scribble mark on there. Everybody clear on that? I don't know if Kathy's back or not. Send her a text. Then my dark blue to go with the turquoise. Oh, that's going to be gorgeous. Looky, looky. Don't break your pencil like I just did. Look how beautiful that looks already, guys. And then Stephanie just came in. Hi, Stephanie. Stephanie has entered the room. And now my black, dark gray, black in the upper left-hand corner. Does everybody see how adding this dark now also, I mean, it just, all of a sudden, boom, you got a gem. Zoom out. What do you guys think? Throw me some hearts if you like it. Summertime, summertime. Okay. Wanda, Wandy. Frogs have invaded my studio. Wanda, how are you doing? Zoom in. Yes, ma'am, frogs. Zoom in. Zoom in. Okay. Very light pink. And then I'm sand pencil. I'm going to darken that a little bit. Randomly, do you see how that's going? No complaints, Wanda. You always brighten the room when you walk in. So glad to have you a member of my group. And then I'm going to come in with a darker red. So we've got 3 shades on there. And I know it looks kind of messy, but it'll get there. So on the pink, light pink, medium pink, sand pencil, dark red. Next color. Dark gray or black. Yeah, I know a lot of you color while you're listening to me. All right. And if you need to smooth it out a little bit, do so. There you go. Zoom out. You know this is going to look terrific, right? Okay. More goop. Yes, Gina, you can watch it when you get home. It goes to Facebook and is stored there when we're done. What's going on, Wanda? And Gina, good to see you. Papa Demetrio. Gina. All right, guys. Is that view close enough for you? Let me know. Okay, here's my goop. Spread it out. Melba, are you excited about tomorrow night? Did you see the write-up I did for you? I am so excited. Okay. Largest gemstone. Now, don't forget that I told you when I do my little quickie coloring tutorial that I'm going to show you how to make these gemstones without having to use the goop. So don't fuss if you don't have the goop. Look at that shine. If anybody wants to say anything to Melba, I will read the comment for you. I'll tell you what, I don't know what it's been with Facebook, but it just seems like the last, what, month? Everything just has been screwed up. You post something, it goes to Marketplace. Melba's having, not Melba, Wanda's having problems seeing comments. When will I do the mini tutorial? It'll be posted. I actually will probably do that tonight. Pearl doesn't have a share button. I've been pulling my hair out trying to get the audio straightened around, which I am not convinced is me, but I'm trying to counteract what's going on. Oh my. Oh man, guys, look how beautiful. And you've been a good girl too. Okay, I've got a little gem that I forgot to do. Anybody have any questions about how I'm doing these little gem pieces? Have fun with it, guys. Now, I've talked to you about this before. When you're doing your coloring, I want you to think of your coloring pieces like you're painting a picture. You don't want to rush through, right? And if you get frustrated, you step away for however long you need to. An hour, a day, a week, a month, whatever. Look at the shine. Look at this one top one where that zigzag is coming down. Isn't that beautiful? All right, let me get this heart gussied up. Anybody need prayer tonight while I'm at it? Zoom out. Zoom out. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, I'm back. Just once, Facebook, I would like to have a broadcast that goes all the way through. Hey, Rhonda. Okay. Zoom in. Isn't that drop dead gorgeous? That's what I was started to say before I was so rudely cut off. Zoom out. All right. So I've got the little heart in here. I've got this piece to match the earrings with my blues. We're coming along beautifully. Hello, Sherry. Sound is good now. Okay. Any questions about what I've done so far? Okay, Wanda, good. Hey, hey to the monkeys. That looks so good, says Sherry. Hey, hey. Hey, hey, right back at you, sweets. Okay. Don't get me going on nostalgia and singing weird tunes. So we've got all her jewels done. Now, we're going to get into a little tricky part here because she's got some more bangles on her wrist. And the thing is, on the wrist, we don't want to interfere with how good this stuff looks. So we need to think about how we want these wrist ornaments to look. Zoom in. And this will be a really good example of now coloring some things without the gloss. Yeah, Rhonda, that's exactly what I'm thinking. So for now, I'm going to put some neutral colors on here. Zoom in. Zoom in. Now, the other little problem that we face with Rick's style of coloring is that he likes to do these little sketchy marks on stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a little bit of a background and then colors along the side. And we'll go ahead and make some pearls out of this. Now, if it turns out that these don't look as pearly as we want, you know that we always have our little add-ons that we can put on here. But for those of you who don't have those, when you go to do your pearls, you do your soft outside, and then you take your gray and go over that, and that gives that luster look. Now I'm using a very light gray. And then what you're going to want to do is use your electric eraser or handheld eraser and put in your little shine spot. Now again, this is a little difficult on this one because of the way that Rick has colored his pieces. So I think what I'm going to do, so there's the one way to do it. I'm just showing you these two ways. So the other way I'm going to do this, let me see here, I've got to find something. Is I'm going to look at my options in pearls. Now, these are add-ons, Bought on Amazon. Zoom out. And I've got several sizes. Everybody see that pearl that I added? Hi, Melissa. So does somebody want to tell Melissa the good news? Or do you want me to tell her? Okay, pearl's a little bit small, so I'm going to go to my other set. And go with my slightly larger size. Now, we can go in one of two directions. There's a beautiful green. Zoom in. Zoom in. Everybody see that? Melissa, you've won one of the entries to Dawn's contest. You're welcome. Okay, so we've got these chunky pearls. So Melissa, what you need to do is you need to contact Dawn and tell her if you have any of her books, and she will send you autographed books from her coloring book collection. So just send her a text. You're welcome. Zoom out. Now, we've got a little bit of overlap, which is no big deal, because what I'll do is I'll take a white pen and I'll block that out and I'll color over it. No problem with that at all. So please keep in mind, guys, that if you are putting something like this down on here and you can't quite cover it up, that's where your Arteza white pen is going to come in handy. So give me 2 seconds here to wrangle my loose pieces, and I'll show you what I mean. I want you guys to get very comfortable with your white pens and very comfortable with the fact of whiting stuff out that causes problems. All right. Zoom out. So I'm going to set these aside. And all you need to do now is take your Arteza, and you know that I love my pens. And we're going to go ahead and white out those areas. Zoom in. Zoom in. Zoom in. Now remember, when you're whiting something out, you want to tap. Don't drag your pen. It really does not take long at all. Rhonda, in that case, so your question was, I'm working on Johanna Bosford's Magical Jungle. The black lines are so dark and so many. That's correct. There's no way to cover or white out most of them. What to do? Okay, in that case, when you color, you need to color over the lines. And that will start to mute that color. And that'll get rid of that black. Guys, there's just going to be some instances where whiting out is not practical. Okay, everybody see how this is working now. Julie, let's see. So Rhonda says you're okay, that you're trying, but the pencils aren't doing much. Maybe gel pens to close in color. Yeah, you could paint pens, as Julie is suggesting. Just make sure that your colors are spot on so that you can blend them in. Now, your other option, wow, and that would take a lot of work, is you could go ahead and use like a gold or a silver and go over the lines in the book so that it looks like it's deliberate, and then just color inside those lines. And that way your whole piece would have a sheen to it. You remember I showed that one day? Yeah, you just got to be careful with outlines. You want to make sure that they look deliberate if you're going to go that route. Okay, so I've gone around my pearls, and I'm going to go ahead and put on my fake jobbies. And you will notice now that the impact of those dark lines is minimized. And Julie, that could be done as well. Zoom out. Zoom out. There you go. Now, the reason that we can get away with doing this is because with the outfit that this woman is wearing, it's very flashy. So having these pearls on here standing out the way that they are is definitely not out of line. And what I will do is I'll go back in when all of this dries, and I'll take some of my marker. I'm going to wipe off the excess glue. Excuse me while I turn this. And I will go ahead and I will cover over anything else that's showing. There you go. And just use your toothpick to move them around a little bit to where you want them to be and to get the most coverage. All right, so she's looking pretty gaudy here. Zoom out. And for anybody that just came in the room, I'm doing Rhinestones, Furs, and Feathers by Rick St. Denis. Zoom out. Zoom out. This is the book. All right. Now, our lady friend is a bit flashy here, right? Would you agree to that? Gold shoulder straps. Yeah. Okay. Zoom in. Zoom in. So I'm going to go ahead and do, now we don't know what class this young lady is. But we agree that she's pretty flashy, right? So I'm going to go ahead and put a purple motif on her bracelet. She may not quite know how to put an outfit together. Excuse my shadow in my arm here. So we're going to make her just a little bit flashy. Oh, I'm so sorry for reaching. Oh, there you go, Julie. Now, similar to the gems, notice how I'm using different colors. And I am moving my pencil around on the piece itself, kind of circling the colors. What's the expression? In for a penny, in for a pound? All right, notice now how I'm moving around my dark purple. I'm not covering over everything. and I'm letting that light purple come through. And now I'm taking my light purple and I'm going back over and in effect using it as a blender pencil. Now, let me show you something here. I told you that I would show you how to do gems without putting the shiny goop on it. Let's go ahead and do that on this because I don't want this quite as shiny as the rest of it. Zoom in. So you're going to take your Arteza white pen or whatever white pen you use and go ahead and put your shine marks on there. So guys, there's your alternative. Zoom out. Zoom out. Zoom out. Zoom out. So now we've got our shine on the bracelet, but it's not as prominent and classy as the rest of this. Well, pearl, yeah. You say, I think it'd be difficult to color the fur with all the gems and pearls in place. Yeah, it will be. But the reason that I do that is because I want to demonstrate the process. Normally, I would wait until the end to do that. And really, all your add-ons should be the very last thing. Okay, zoom in. So let's go ahead and work with a different bracelet here. This one is covering better. Yay. Zoom out. Now, on this particular piece, it is your choice as to how to have this young lady come across. Now, to me, she looks a little older. I don't really want to say washed up per se, but we did name her Lola, right? From Barry Manilow. Her name is Lola. Zoom out. So we may say she's a little bit on the cheap side. Zoom in. Zoom in. Zoom in. There you go. Let me know if that's too close, guys. Again, you and I. Yeah, she's got a little yellow in her hair still. She still does on the yellow feather. That's why we've got a topaz ring. Okay. And remember that I told you that when you buy add-ons, even if they have sticky on them, you've got to use glue. You got to remember, you're going to be storing these probably in notebook sleeves. You may even be hanging them up somewhere. So you want to make sure that those little puppies are secure. Zoom out. There you go. And then what I like to do, hi Gina. Is just get that excess glue off if I can, especially if I still have to color next to the piece. Oh, you didn't know that there were add-ons? Yeah, these pearls are too. This is not. Zoom out. Zoom out. Zoom out. So now we're getting into the nitty-gritty of this piece. I really hope you're having fun watching this, guys. I'm having a ball doing this for you. Gina just got home. Wanda, you still here? Okay. I have been asked to do gold straps. I will do gold straps. Wanda, you're so quiet. And then she's going to answer back that she's coloring. But Wanda, we enjoy your chat. Zoom in. Zoom in. Now, you can do gold by just taking a metallic gold, but you don't really want to do that. Wanda, you're not mad at me, are you? Zoom in. All right, so we're going to take some brown. Now, this is going to be a little bit more difficult to do. And then I'm going to take some goldenrod. And when you put that goldenrod on top of the brown, voila. And I missed a little bit of flesh here. Excuse me while I catch that up here. And then you're going to take some yellow. So we've got brown, goldenrod, and yellow. And then depending on how dark you want your gold, you can go ahead and take a little bit of white. Not much. Now, if you need to adjust your color afterwards, have at it. Zoom out. Okay. Let's go ahead and do our next piece. Now, another way to do this, which I'm going to show you, zoom in, is you can go ahead and put your yellow down first. You guys would ask me to do gold on a tiny piece, huh? And then I will take my goldenrod. So in other words, this time the yellow is the base. And then I'm going to go ahead now and take my brown. Now, you could leave, you don't have to put this last brown in here, but I have to because I got to match that other strap now. But please notice that I'm not completely covering the yellow. Zoom out, and we have gold straps. Zoom out. Boom. All right, and this has been bugging the heck out of me. Just one of those little things. I really need to get some lipstick on her. Zoom in. Zoom in. Zoom in. Zoom in. Now, again, Rick likes his darker lines. So I'm going to go over with my pink pencil to mute them as much as possible and tone them down. And then I'm going to go ahead and come in with a red. And notice that'll be along the bottom and more so along the top. Now, the other day, there was a black line here where this white splotch is. And Rita was commenting that that black line made her look like she had a mustache. So, I'm going to hold on. Get a light skin tone with my markers. If I can't find it right away, I'm not going to do it right at the moment. Here we go. Zoom in. So I've got a relatively close marker, and I'm going to pat on top of that white while trying to stay on camera. And for the most part, I've eliminated it. So it's now basically just a shadow. Zoom out. Now, I'm going to show you another option if that doesn't work. You guys know I always try and show you alternatives to stuff. Woo. I'm going to take my X-Acto knife and I'm very carefully going to scrape that ink away. Now, you've got to be really careful when you do that, because it's going to leave a rough spot on your paper. Now, because I've scraped that away, I don't dare use marker because that marker is going to soak in and make a splotch. So I'm going to use a colored pencil to get down into that paper that's now been exposed. Now we still have a little teeny tiny mark. You can play with the colors a little bit. Until that's gone. Zoom out. Zoom out. And then any color variants that you may have created, work that into your skin around the piece. Everybody see how I did that? Ooh, Wanda says, I think I'm finished with my picture. Woohoo! And Amy's going to do the next page in Circle of Life. And Sherry got Forest Girl. Now remember, when you scrape away picture, guys, do not put eyeshadow in it. It'll make a spot. Do not put marker in it. You've got to go back to colored pencil and work out the color. And if this hadn't worked, I would have put a, what? A beauty mark there. Zoom out. All right. Anybody have any questions or comments? Comments being, you feel that you can accomplish what I'm showing you, or you don't feel you can accomplish what I'm showing you. Let me know. Ooh la la, says Pearl. I love it. Ooh la la. All right, let's work on her fur coat. You guys have been waiting for that. And now Maddie knows how to do jewels. And you'll really know how to do jewels after I do that tutorial. Okay. I think she's coming out really well, guys. Again, give your colorings a chance. Do not make judgments early on in the process. All right. Zoom in. Now, I like how Rick has put the fur in this coat. And it's going to be totally up to you whether you want to continue the process or not. Now, zoom in. Rick has just suggested now a fur on this coat. And this is where you can go ahead and start adding your own touches. So what I'm doing is I'm just flicking my pen to add these additional lines. Zoom out, zoom out. It all depends on what look you want for the coat. Now, I was fine with the way that Rick did it. But if you feel that you want to do more, do more. Zoom in. And I'm trying to keep my hand out of the way so you can see what I'm doing. Everybody see how I'm adding that extra? Anybody have any questions? Now, one thing I would suggest is when you start your line, start it inside the furry area because it makes little dark spots. All right, everybody see the difference now between the top of her coat now and the bottom? When you are adding to the piece that an author has done, you just have to emulate their style. Zoom out. Pearl, did you find that Apple connector in the affiliate list? Okay, now Rick made certain areas of this coat darker than the other. So I'm going to just concentrate now on that area. And notice how this line here now is getting darker. And I want you to also notice how I've made it darker right in this area as well. Okay, and see how it's starting to define the outside of her coat. Everybody see that? Oh, good night, Miss Pearl. Now, the other thing that I'm going to do, so lovely to see you tonight, sweetie. Is I'm going to add extra fur, zoom in, and I'm going to pull it to the outside of Rick's boundaries. And also notice how I'm darkening it here to make an outline of the coat. Does everybody see what I'm doing and what I'm talking about? Get out of here. All right. And then any area that you want to shade, all you need to do is do repeated lines. And be sure to clean the tip of your pen off. Love you, Pearl. I'm so glad you could make it. She just popped off. And I'm going to sneeze. Now, excuse me. I'm going to carry the fur up into her shoulder. Just because. And I'm also going to outline up here by adding more flicks of my pen. Does anybody have any question about that? And I'm going right over my feather, and that gives us dimension because the coat is on top of the feather. All right, zoom out. I want you to look at the difference now between this side and this side. Now, having done this, if you still like this better, don't add the additional stuff. You don't have to do that, all right? And with this particular fur style, Wanda says one more down and posted. Ha ha! Don't forget to cross your fur. And again, notice how I'm bringing this fur outward. So we're having lots of fun with this coat. Zoom in. Now, don't get too jabby when you draw your lines. I got a little bit too jabby and it makes for dark bases. Take your time. This is not a race. Zoom out and notice how I'm bringing these lines out to make individual fur lines here. Isn't that cool? We've all seen coats like this where there's those extraneous furs. Okay, and now I'm going to darken along my lines. Everybody see this? Just like I did over here. So I've got a line in here. And it looks like Rick put a line here. And up the side of the coat. And that's just little X's now. Anybody have any question about this? And again, if you want to add some extra furs coming up, look how cool that looks, guys. Questions? Like, don't like, what? Okay. Everybody see how I've got these little miscellaneous fur thingies coming out? Let me do that on this side too. And actually, this is why I like Rick's work, because he sketches when he draws, and I'm sketching when I draw. These are not hard things to draw. They're lines, right? Okay, so we've got a poof on her coat. Okay. Now, by no means am I done with this bracelet area, so you need to sit tight with that for a little bit. Oh, those pearls look so cute. And again, guys, add your embellishments as the very last thing. In fact, I normally add these after I've sprayed the Krylon, so just be aware of that. I'm doing it now to show you about the add-ons. Okay. Now we've got reds and browns and purples. I think on the coat I'm going to go with the basic shade of pink. Very light. And the reason that I'm doing that is I want to keep this a little trashy. So I'm going over this with what? A very, very light pink. Now, one thing that we can do, zoom in, and I didn't do this earlier, is show a little bit not a lot of a nipple. I forgot to add that. And we're going to have a little bit of the brown go into the fur. Pearl couldn't stand not knowing. Hi, Pearl. Oh, Pearl, I love you. Oh, my. Zoom out. And Pearl, you know I'm going to shade this, right? And not just throw one color on it. Well, she's still covered, Pearl. I made absolutely sure of that. It's just a hint. Oh, my. Couldn't help it. Had to do it. All right. We're just going to have a little peek there. Hey, got to have a little fun, you know? Wanda says, ILene. Oh, yeah, well. You gotta remember, guys, is not dressed underneath this outfit, all right? It sure doesn't look like she is. Okay. I'm definitely going to send this to Rick now. And then I'm going to ask him if he debated putting one in. Hey, you should see some of his other images. This is pretty tame. Okay. As soon as word gets around the internet I'm doing nudies, that'll get more members. Okay, Pearl. Good night. Again. You just had to see what I was doing, didn't you? Like you said. Good night, sweetie. Okay, guys, slightly darker pink in our dark areas. And if you get a little overzealous with the pencil, like I did, I'm going to pull a little of that pink off. There we go. So what you want to do is to go darker around your jewels. And leave that lighter center. Pearl says, hey, for the first time in almost weeks, I can honestly enjoy being totally relaxed. Things are going good for Jerry. We're on a roll. Oh, Pearl, that's fantastic. Thank you for letting us know. Vicki, come here. Amy, you have a good evening. I hope you had fun watching Lola. Pearl, God is good. I'm so happy for you and Jerry. Amy, what time is it right now? Your time. It's 9:30. Now notice I'm holding my pencil by the end. I've talked to you a lot about that. Okay, it's 7:30 your time now. It's 9:30 my time. Okay, so 8 o'clock your time is 10 o'clock mine. I gotcha. I keep forgetting your time zone, sweetie. Sorry. Well, make it when you can and you know that the video is going to be there. Okay. Let me grab some water, guys. And we've got about 25 more minutes to go. All right. So now I'm going to take a little bit of, or some white pencil, and I am not going to continue with it because that's making my ink look gray, so never mind. Never mind. Okay. And the last touch is a shadow directly around Lola. Zoom in. That is then blended out into the fur. And around her earring. And around the gems. Gem shoulder earring. So Wanda says next picture will be a bird, and she's debating to use wax or oil. Okay. Rhonda says the food director here asked me today why I'm not making it to lunch. I'm having my breakfast at 11 a.m. Well, Rhonda, I'm glad they noticed and asked you. They care about you, obviously. Okay, a little bit of edging here. Now, remember, you tend to use just one or the other, Wanda, oil or wax. Okay, you don't mix. All right. Now, notice that I'm adding a little shading here. Now, why? Because this is her skin next to the fur, and the stuff up here are just the extra flyaways on the fur. Everybody see that? So don't let that throw you. And also, please remember, so the lady where you live makes extra special doggy treats for your fur baby. Oh, how sweet. And now you've got our group that cares about you, Rhonda. Does everybody see how I'm adding this shading next to her arm and the pearls as well? And then feathering it out, blending it out. And we are blessed, Rhonda, to have you in the group. Now, guys, make sure that your shading, like I said, is blended out so it doesn't look fakey. All right? And remember how you guys always thought that shading should be gray? No. The shading should be a darker color of whatever the object is next to. So the arm is next to the fur, which is our pinkish color. So that's why I'm using this color. And that's a common mistake. Very, very rarely do I ever use a gray. Okay, I'm not going to shade the underside of the arm because I'm not, well, the fur's not there, first of all. So let's go up the arm. Zoom out. Zoom out. And notice I'm just going around the underside of this stuff because I'm making a shadow on her hand. See this? Her hand is on the fur. So we don't want to do the shadowing all the way around and make it look up. We want it to make it look like it's sitting on the fur and creating the shadow. Everybody understand the difference? We're not elevating this. Now, I did add a little bit shadow here because I did want that effect, but we're okay. On this side, I'm just going to leave it. Okay, now, remember the edge of our coat, zoom in, zoom in. The edge of our coat is below our little poof lines here. So the edge is down here a little bit, so I'm going to come down with it. And I accidentally went over part of the jewels there. Fix that. I'm adding a little bit of darker color below these pieces. Because they're kind of hanging there. So again, I've got 3 colors working on this fur coat, right? The light, the medium, and then our dark shading. And remember, blend out your shadow. Blend out your shading. Okay, coat line is a little below here. You see how I'm going on the upper portion of this dark area? Does that make sense to everybody? I'm following the outside of the coat, which is not these fur wispy thingies. Bet you didn't know that they were called wispy thingies, right? Alright, now the line is not clear here, so I'm going to go ahead and create my own edge. Zoom out. And you know I have no problem with finger blending. Zoom out. Oh, beautiful. All right. Let's work this upper edge here. So now my question back to you is, would you color something as wild as this? I know Maddie would. Okay, a little shadow underneath our feather. A little darker in this pocket here. Zoom in. Now I'm going to come down here a little bit on this dividing line. And use just a little bit towards the top of that darker swatch, and I'm going to come in lightly. So it's not quite as dark as my outside line. but dark enough to show a division there. Zoom out. Voila. Questions, comments? And again, this is where you can play with your white areas now. I have a curve, so I'm going to darken that just a little bit. And notice now how this white area here is starting to come up more and more. What do you think? Let me get some water. And again, I understand this may not be your taste, but I want you to see, again, I'm going to have to start using the word technique because I'm showing you techniques. And whatever method you use is up to you. Not too shabby. Okay. Yeah, it is all about fun. Now, we've got a few more minutes, so I'm going to get a little bit of red pencil. Zoom in. I want to add a little more red tint to this, not much. You don't want to get stupid with it. Although at this point we're being pretty wild with the colors. But I want to make sure that there is a really good distinguishing line. I'm sure Wanda's going crazy with this because I know that this isn't her style at all. I'm probably assaulting Wanda's sensibilities with this. Right, Wanda? Oh my. Wanda, at least I'm not making anything bleed, right? Okay, so I'm going to tint up this hair now. I just want that a little more red. Yeah, there we go. ILene, what are you doing? That's Wanda's way of saying, oh my. Love you, Wandy. Okay, now. One thing that got wiped out a little bit. Okay, I'll look at the cheeks. Now, I'm just erasing in some highlights here. That got lost when I was adding all this color. And so I've got to balance this with my brown. Everybody see that on the hair? Took out a little too much there. Rhonda, looking at it right in front of it, I think we're good with the cheeks, but thank you for the suggestion. I'm pretty comfortable with them. All right, zoom out. I think she's looking pretty cool. I'm just looking at it while you guys are looking at it. I've got a very large screen in front of me. Wanda, you can stop gagging now. Okay, I want to curve this highlight a little better. That looked wonky to me. I'm assaulting Wanda's sensibilities. All right. And this is my little Tombow. That's my teeny tiny eraser that I love. Just to take care of those spots. I could have used my Tombow on the hair, but that's okay. Okay, I think we're doing pretty good. Hopefully nobody was offended by my little addition on the breast. That chick should be gray-haired. Oh, there you go. That would have been an interesting route. All right, so here we've got Lola. She's a little beaten up. to me, she looks sad. But maybe that's just me. Okay. I hope you guys had fun watching this. Like I said, I'm going to take a picture and send it to Rick and see what he says. Well, she was a showgirl. Yeah. Hey, Wanda, you know, yeah, Maddie's wrapped up in Forest Girl. Wanda, you know when we're calling her Lola, that's Lola from Barry Manilow's song? The beat up showgirl? Okay, I didn't know if you knew that, Wanda. I didn't know if you were here when we were doing that. Okay, guys. Well, I'm having fun doing this for you. We have a little more to do on it. I'm going to work on the background. And then we'll start a new project. Alright guys, this is ILene Vick for Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. Love you guys. I hope you had as much fun watching this as I am doing this. I have to tone down those white spots in the hair. I'm not liking that. I'll fix that tomorrow. Alright guys, have a great rest of the evening. I'll work on doing that gem tutorial. Guys, joyous, joyous, joyous coloring. I hope you had fun. Alright guys, take care. Bye.